Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of Man once again, and today we are talking about light novels, which is great to say. We have not talked about light novels in a while, so I'm really happy to get back into it, and I hope you guys are too. So today we are talking about Rising of the Shield Hero Volume 2. This is written by Akeno Usagi, it's illustrated by Sierra Minami, it's published by One Piece Books, as you guys can see right there. And the genres here are isekai and dark fantasy. Yes, it does have an adaptation, which you can watch on Crunchyroll if I am correct. I have no clue though, because I have not watched it personally. And I don't plan to because I prefer the source material whenever possible. So, the premise here is that after fighting for Raphtalia in the last volume, they finally go out into further adventure. They take with them an egg that hatches into a rather meaningful companion, which is this lovely character right here, Philo, the Philolio. Now, the plotline here is good. It's a bit repetitive. It feels very similar to the last volume, but it is different technically. And it really still captures that whole, we gotta grind levels because we suck kind of mentality of the first volume. And I am happy with that. I think it's good. And it makes sense. I understand the feeling, and it really evokes a kind of like relaxed atmosphere. Like, hey, I'm just here chilling, grinding, trying to get a little bit better each time. And I really enjoy that. It's a really easy kind of turn off your brain and enjoy kind of read for me. There are moments where it is really high octane action, but those are minimal and spread far between this book. Now, the book isn't particularly long. I mean, it is 300 and something pages, but given that there's only around 100 pages per page, 100 words per page or something like that, it's a really small amount. It doesn't feel that difficult to read a page, and you actually go through it rather fast. So it's not a problem. It does drive forward. The plot does move forward. And it doesn't ever actually stagnate. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm in this rut. I'm stuck here. I'm never moving past it. It doesn't ever feel like that. You don't ever get really bored, which is good. So overall, it's really enjoyable and super easy to read. If I were to tell you the key plot points, I would say we start with getting the curse mark back onto Raphtalia because she wants Naofumi to trust her. Then we get the egg. Then it hatches. Then they race against the spear hero. He has a dragon, and Naofumi is riding Philo, which is, she's kind of like a chocobo or like a terror bird, if you guys know what that is, if you're fans of megafauna. Put a picture of what a terror bird is right here so you guys can see it. Yeah, so that happens, and then they go on a journey getting rid of problems the other heroes have made for people's villages. They battle a parasitic dragon in one. They battle plant monsters in another. They save and heal people by using Naofumi's shields. They also make clothes for Philo using a magic thread, and they have to go get a special stone to do that. And yeah, it ends with them beating the dragon, and Naofumi realizing that these people care for him more than he realized originally, and that anger is not a good thing for him. So it adds a lot of good stuff that happens. So I was really happy reading it. Now, the characters here are fine. There's no one really new that's important, or in the long run at least. Philo is the only one. She's introduced. She's really fun and childish and cutesy. She's like actually a kid, and she can be a bit annoying, but that kind of adds to her character. It makes her actually seem like a child, like she's happy to be with Naofumi, but because she's a child and requires a bit more attention than Raphtalia, she does come off a bit annoying, and it's fine. I like her character. I enjoy it. It's a little weird that there's a constant need to add small, like, lolly characters, but I mean, I don't know, the author is supposed to be female, or that's what the rumors are, so maybe she just likes cute girls. I don't know. So yeah, Raphtalia and Naofumi continue to be good. Naofumi finally is letting go a little bit of that cold horrible anger. He finally gets to taste food again and have it taste like something, and it's really nice. He has a lot of moments where he's like, oh yeah, he's a dad. Like, he makes barbecue for everyone at one point. He takes care of Rafalia and Philo a lot. He makes sure that they're comfortable, they're happy, they have everything they need. And it's nice, it's interesting, because now Fumi's not really that old. He's like a 20-something-year-old, but he treats these girls as his children. And I quite like that character's type, I guess. I enjoy it. I think it's meaningful, and it's different from most other main characters. But yeah, it might get weird if they play up that romance aspect that Raphtalia has going on, where she's like kind of in love with Naofumi, but not. We don't really know the extent of it, and Naofumi does not know at all. He doesn't get it. He's kind of oblivious. So I'm interested to see where that goes, if it gets creepy or if it stays kind of wholesome. I'm not sure. Now, the world building here is probably my favorite part. It's good. There's a lot more stuff introduced. We get a close look at the magic and how it works. I like the chanting that they have to do before they do something, although it's all rather the same. It's kind of interesting, but at the same time, it's like, okay, that takes a long time to do consistently if you have to do it more than once. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, the overall world, and we get a little bit of a look at the politics, and I really enjoyed that as well. Overall, really enjoyable book, rather short, rather easy to read, but enjoyable nonetheless. So yeah, there's no fan service in this book, and hopefully, if all the characters are going to be lollies, there isn't much, if any, at all. But we gotta see what happens. I rate this a 4 out of 5, maybe a 3.5 out of 5. It was enjoyable. It moved the plot forward. It was never boring, but it didn't really feel like it added much. I guess if I read them all one after the other, it would have a bigger impact, but because it's been over 3 or 4 months since I read the first one, 2 or 3 months, I think, since I read the first one, it didn't feel like it added much, but it definitely was fine, and it does have the introduction of the first couple pages of the book are a retelling of what happened in the previous volume, so that you know what happened in case you read it a long time ago. So that wasn't bad. I really enjoyed myself. So yeah, I recommend it. And I guess the most similar title I can think of is Overlord, but not really. It's not that similar, but it's kind of the closest thing I can come up with. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And if you guys know any information about the questions I asked, please answer them for me. I would like to hear. But try to keep it spoiler-free or as spoiler-free as possible. It doesn't bother me, but I would prefer to go in with minimal to no spoilers. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, like I said, like and subscribe and comment. And see you guys later.